A sketch-driven pattern is a completely different way of making patterns in SolidWorks. Now here I have this plate, and on this plate I have got this fastener here. Now I just want to make multiple copies of this fastener, but I want to make it exactly where these points are. Now you can clearly see that there is no fixed distance or angle criteria here. I mean, the distance is not fixed from this point to this, and also it's not following any kind of linear pattern or a circular pattern. So obviously you cannot use linear pattern here because of these random distances, and circular pattern is completely out of question here. So in this kind of situation we can use a sketch driven pattern. So let's start with sketch driven pattern, which is right in this list. Now the first thing that we need to select is the sketch. So here I am using these set of points as my sketch. So I'll just select this, and here all of these sketches are selected. Now I have created all of these points on sketch 6. That's the last sketch, and you can use simple sketch to create all of these points. Now once selected, the next thing is features that you need to select. So here I have, well, this feature here, which is actually not just one feature, it's a combination of multiple features here. And instead of selecting every single feature one by one, I will select bodies because it is an entirely new body here. So I'll select this body. Now that's a combination of every single feature here, and we have all of these bodies selected, and automatically you'll see that it will create these bodies exactly on my sketch points. Now it is creating it in such a way that the centroid of this main feature is overlapping the centroid of every other feature here, and that's the point. So this point, they're all same. However, if you want to specify your own reference point for creating the feature, then you can go to selected point, and now you can select a point on this main feature, and now that point will coincide with all of these points. So if I select maybe, let's say, this point here, then look at this. Now this point, they are going to be similar here. So now it is going to use that point as a reference. Of course, this is not making much sense here, so I'll just switch back to centroid, and now that's the pattern which we need. So I'll click OK, and here we are. We have got the pattern that we required. Now we also have a feature here. If I just flip this one, you'll see that we have a groove here, which is of course not visible here because we have not created it yet. So let's now use the same method to create these grooves. So I'll go to linear pattern list here, and I'll select a sketch driven pattern. Again, you need to start with a sketch. So same sketch, which is a sketch 6, and now this one is a feature. It's actually an extruded cut feature, and that's what we are going to use here. So this is extruded cut 3. That's here in the feature tree. So I'll select extruded cut 3 after selecting features. Of course, this isn't a new body. So extruded cut 3, and there we are. It is now creating this feature everywhere. So we can just create multiple copies very easily using this method. Click OK, and there we are. We now have this clean feature here, and this pattern is created using the sketch. Now if you want to see the sketch that I created for this one, then go to sketch 6, edit sketch, and here's the sketch that I used for this one. So it's just a combination of points. Now if I add one additional point here, maybe let's say here, then SolidWorks will automatically use this point as well. So I'll just exit out of this, and we now have one more feature here. So it is just using that point again as a reference. So once you have created this pattern, SolidWorks will use that point or set of points as a reference, and you can then later modify your reference sketch to add more of these features in your sketch driven pattern.